Wellington Road here in the heart of Clayton. My name is Jonathan Eves. I will be your auctioneer here this afternoon. Accompanying me here today is, of course, a number of our staff. We have our lovely director, Chris, in front. We also have Michael Renzella as well. And our listing agent, of course, George Martis over here. And I think Bella's in the crowd just over there as well. So they're here to assist you should you have any questions regarding the property or any of the documentation that's been on display for the past half an hour, of course, in our office on request over the last couple of weeks. Wheelbars, particular sales rates as follows. As railway estate agents and auctioneers are 7 to 9. Atherton Road, Oakleigh, your most local and active estate agents. Of course, selling the property as mentioned, number 40 Wellington Road, here in the heart of Clayton, but also known as you'll know as a typical title reference volume being 9087 folio 442, being lot number 1 on plan of subdivision 45763. Now, the goods we're selling today with today's property buyers, that purely means what will be remaining with this incredible property. They include all 4 fixed coverings, electrical openings, window finishings, and all fixtures and fittings of a permanent nature. The price, well, we'll shortly determine that within the next 10 to 15 minutes. We're calling for a 5 to 10% deposit on the fall of the hammer here today, and settlement ranging anywhere from 30 to 180 days from today's date. So they're the particulars of sale. However, I will go through the auction rules in accordance with the law, and they state the auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules. And any additional conditions that were made available prior to the start of today's auction. The auction rules do prohibit an auctioneer from accepting bids or offers for the property once the property's been knocked down to the successful bidder. Of course, vendors have a reserve price as the auctioneer will indicate bidders on request. The law prohibits false bids, prohibits motions by bidders, and prohibits other bidders attempting to prevent those from bidding, and provides fines for such conduct. The rules do permit vendor bids. The words that I use in code are making on behalf of vendor are vendor bid, and by law only as the auctioneer can make a vendor bid. So very straightforward particulars of sale, extremely straightforward auction rules here today, so we shouldn't have any issues whatsoever. Well, ladies and gentlemen of bars, before we get down to the business of hand, and of course the business of hand is congratulating both purchaser and vendor on the successful sale of this magnificent home. Would certainly be light of us, not just to say a few brief words as to why it should be yours. Now, fearless leader in front, Chris, was just telling us before, back in his day, which, looking at the colour of his hair these days, is probably some time ago, nearly horse and carriage time of the process. He was telling me he was selling properties around here for about $150,000 back in the day. Now, fast forward the clock to now, we've had a couple of precedents of sales further down the road, selling well in excess of $2 million a site. So it's a long cry from what it once used to be to now the bold beginnings of where Clayton's going to, end up in years to come. Now we're sitting on approximately 691 square metres of prime Clayton real estate, but what gets even more exciting about that is it's not a proposed zone anymore. It's actually it's residential zone 3, the red zone, which is an ideal solution if you're looking to maximise the use of the block. So you've got 691 square metres of land with ability possibly to put, subject to council approval, we always have to say that these days, 2 townhouses on the property here with up to 10 bedrooms, and obviously being across the road from the big hub being Monash University, subject to obviously council approval, could be student accommodation, which is quite favourable around the area. Other than that, there's obviously opportunity whether or not you want to maximise the airspace, so whether or not you wanted to try and put with obviously 2, 3, 4 levels possibly, subject to council approval. That's the opportunity when you buy a property being so close to, Monash University. But other than that, it's a brilliant position to be buying into, because other than just obviously the university being down the road, you've got easy access to freeways for this position. You've obviously got easy access to McDonald's around the corner, being Christmas time, as it is, there's a few Christmas parties. Handy to know that there's a Macca's around the corner. But then you've got lovely M-City around the corner, which is just getting built, which is just going to be fantastic for the area. You've got the IKEA showrooms around the corner where George shops every weekend, moments from where we stand as well. And of course, we've got the heart of the hospital at Monash Hospital being so close, and obviously the children's ward there as well. So the list goes on and on as to why this is a favourable option for those owners that are looking to buy in the area. But more importantly, if you are looking from the resale point of view, you've got brilliant amenities that underpin the value of what this wonderful land has to offer. You know, if you've left the target in 2019 to buy a property, and we're now on the 14th of December 2019, this is effectively it. This is effectively the last auction weekend of 2019. So if you set yourself a goal to buy a property and you left it to now, this is do or die. This is the last round, as the boxer says. You've got to go all out for a property of this calibre. This is a terrific property, and it's really been a tale of two markets in 2019. Beginning of the year, you should have all bought. But now we're going into a boom, and they're saying 2020 is even going to be stronger than the back end of 2019. So if you want to save yourself 10 or 15 or 20%, what the papers are saying is going to increase next year, this is the time, this is the moment. So buyers, enough from me. Hope you get a offer, get us away here today. We're going to sell if you're here today to buy. In your hands, buyers. Hope you get a offer. Don't come at me all at once. Who wants to kick it off? I don't mind where we start, of course. It's where we finish today that's most important. Who wants to bounce the ball? Who wants to be that brave soul here today? Don't worry, being the 14th of December, we don't have another one after this, so I'm happy to wait until when I come back on the 15th of January. Who wants to kick it off? In your hands. Don't mind where we start. Who wants to be that brave person here today? Yes. 1.1. Welcome bidding, sir, and good luck to you. 1,100,000, game on. Bids over here. At 1,100,000, we'll take it up from there at this stage. At 1,100,000, we say 1.2 and round it up from there. At 1,100,000, bid there now. What do we say, buyers? At 1.1's the bid. At 1.2, what do we say? At 1,100,000, 1.2, and welcome at it. At 1,200,000, 1.3 if you like, sir. At 1,200,000, the bid. At 1.2 at 3 if you like. At 1,200,000 now, what do we say, buyers? At 1.2's the bid. At 1.2 now, 1.3 will be my bid, sir. At 1.2's the bid there now. Come on, buyers. At 1.32 and at love a third. At 1,200,000 now, what do we say? 1.3, sir. Good opportunity. At 1,200,000 now, what do we say? 1.3, worth every bit of that. At 1,200,000, the bid there now. 1.3, come on, sir. Don't leave me now. Don't be a one-hit wonder. At 1,250 now, 250 the bid. At 1.3, rebuttal there. At 1,250 at 1.3, what do we say? At 1,250,000 at 1.3, how about it? Now George is going over there. Don't look awkward, George. At 1,250 at 1.3. At 1.25 the bid. At 1.3, what do we say? Make it 1.3 if we can. We'll get there quicker. 1,250,000 our bids over here. 2 in at love a third. At 1,250,000 with every penny of that. At 1,250,000, 1.3 the bid. At 1,300,000 at 50, sir. At 1.3 is the bid, all 2 million. At 1.3 now. At 1,300,000 now, clearly been off there. At 1.3 at 50, sir. We'll round it up to 2 million. At 1,300,000 is the bid, what do we say? 1.3 at 50. At 1,300,000 now, what do we say, buyers? That's in the call at 1,350,000 now. At 1,350,000 is the bid. At 1.4, what do we say? At 1,350,000 at 1.4, what do we say? At 1,350,000 now, rounded to 1.4 if we can. At 1,350,000 now, clearly been off the bids over here, the left-hand side, have it over here, George. At 1,350,000 is a bid at 1.4. Now, what do we say now, Chris? At 1,350,000 the bid at 1.4 if you like. At 1,350,000 now. That's in the call at 1,350,000. Any movement over here, Bella, at all? That's in the call at 1,350,000 the bid. I need to know, George. That is final call. One.
Is it on the market?
Getting very close, sir. Glad you asked. At 1,350,000 at 1.4, but let's go 1.4 if we can. At 1,350,000 is a bid at 1.4. Get us along quicker. At 1,350,000 now. Make it 1.4 if we can. Opportunity of a lifetime. Rare as it gets. They're not making any more land. I think Mark Twain said that. At 1,350,000 is a bid. That's in the call at 1,350,000. That's in the call at 1,350,000, sir. 1.4 if we can. And final call at 1,350,000. 1.4 now. New bidder in it. 1,400,000. Now you're just staring at them at 1.4 at 50. At 1,400,000 is a bit at 50 if you like. At 1,400,000. Jesus, cool as a cucumber over there at 1.4 at 50, sir. At 1,400,000 against you now. 1.4, 3 bidders in it, sir. At 1,400,000 is a bid at 50. Come on, sir. Don't leave me now. At 1,400,000 is a bid. That's in the call at 1.4 now, surely not. That's in the call at 1.4.
On the market?
On the market, selling, sir. 1.45. Sir, on the market, sir, at 1,450,000. Bids over here. At 1,450,000 on the market, selling, 3 bidders in it. How about a 4? 1,450,000 is a bid. What do we say? 1,450,000 bids over here. At 1,450,000. 1.5, Chris, at 1,450,000 at 1.5. 1,450,000 at 1.5. How about it? At 1,450,000, 1.5 is a bid of 50, sir. At 1,500,000, we're on the market and selling at 1.5 at 50, sir. At 1,500,000 now, clearly been off there at 1.5 at 50, sir. Don't leave me now. At 1,500,000 is a bid, it's against you now, 50. At 1,500,000 is a bid. 1.6, I love it. At 1,600,000 the bid. At 1.6 at 7, sir. See him and raise him. At 1.6, at 1,600,000 at 1.7, see him and raise him, sir. We'll round it to 2 million. At 1,600,000 the bid. What do we say? At 1.6 now. That's in the call at 1,600,000. How about in front, sir? Quotes in the call at 1.6, sir. Don't leave me now. Third and final call at 1,600,000. Come on, sir. Don't leave us now. Throw an extra bid in at 1.6. 50, sir, or 1.7. At 1,600,000.
You take 20?
We'll work with 20. 1,620 the bid. 50, sir. At 1,620 now. Bids over here. 1,620,000. Make it 50 if you can. At 1,620,000 now. What do we say? 50 if we can. At 1,620 now. 50. Seaman Raisin. At 1,620,000. What do we say, sir? Don't leave me now. Good opportunity. Come on, Michael. Get in his ear. At 1,620 now. What's in the call at 1,620 is a bid. Clayton the call at 1,620 now. Need to know.
1.65, John.
1.65's a bit. Round it to 1.7, Chris. At 1,650,000's here now, mate. At 1.7. 1,650,000. How about you, madam? Haven't forgotten about you. At 1,650,000, the bid's over here. 1.7, sir. It's a good opportunity. At 1,650,000 now, make it 1.7 if you can. At 1,650,000 now, good opportunity. Come on, sir. Don't leave us now. At 1,650,000, have it across the road, George. At 1,650,000 at 70, sir. What do we say? At 1.7. At 1,650,000 now, bids over here. Good opportunity, Chris. In or out, I know that there's more in the tank, sir. Just shake him down, make sure every coin's out. At 1,650,000's a bid. 1,650,000. This is an appreciating asset, not a depreciating one. It's probably will always grow in value. It's as rare as it gets. There's not many properties still available untouched. At 1,650,000. How about an extra 20,000 if that helps? At 1,650,000 bids over here. 1,650,000. 70 if it helps. 1,650,000, 70 if you like. 1,650,000 bids over here. We sell away. No further bidding. We can't accept any late bids. At 1,650,000. We can't accept any late bids. Once it's sold, it's sold. At 1,650,000 now. Wonderful opportunity. What's in the call at 1,650,000? I think you've got it, sir. What's in the call at 1,650,000 to bid? Third and final call at 1,650,000. Bella? $660,000. 1,660,000 is a bid. At 1,660,000, 1.7 will be my rebuttal. At 1,660,000 now, make it 1.7. We'll get there eventually. At 1,660,000 now, an opportunity. All the pressure's off you now. We're now looking at that lovely couple over there. 1,660,000. What do we say? 1.7, sir. 1,660,000, 1.7. Seaman Raisin. At 1,660,000, there's got to be more in the tank. They've only just got involved now. At 1,660,000, at 1.7 if it helps. At 1,660,000, George need an answer. Are we going to get involved? At 1,660,000's here. 1.7 will be my bid.
1.7, John.
1.7 bids on over here. 1,700,000 now. At 1,720,000 if you like. At 1.7's here. 1.720. At 1,700,000 bids over here. What do we say, bars? At 1.7's a bid. How about over here? You're having a smoke. This is a breath of fresh air over here. 1.7, 20 if you like. At 1.7 now, what do we say? An extra 20 over here. At 1,700,000, make it 20 if you can. At 1.7's a bid. 710. 1,710,000, 50 would be my bid. At 1,710,000, don't 50 or in it. 1,750,000 is against you now, 1.8. At 1,750,000 on the other side of the freeway. Could you get further away, George? At 1,750,000 is a bid. At 1,750,000 at 1.8 if you like. At 1,750,000 bids over there. What do we say? At 1,750,000, three late runners now. 1,750,000 now. Bids across the road. Can't live now after one bid. At 1,750,000 at 1.8, Michael. At 1,750,000. Another 10, 60. 1,760,000, George, is against you now. 1,760,000. 1,760,000. 1,760,000 is against you now. 80 now. 1,780,000. 1.8. 1,780,000 now. 1,780,000. 1.8. 1,780,000, round to 1.8 if you can. At 1,780,000 or 1.8 over here. At 1,780,000 on the market and selling. At 1,780,000, what do we say, sir? You've been with us the whole way. Do we say 1.9? At 1,780,000, rounded to 1.9, you might lock them off.
Wait, Jono.
1,780,000.
1.8.
1.8 now. 1,800,000 is against you now, George. At 1.8's the bid. Do we say 50, George? At 1,800,000's here. We'll round it to 2 million, George. I would be pushing for that. At 1.8's the bid. At 1,800,000 now. What do we say? 1,800,000, Bella, it's against you in front. At 1,800,000 now, do we say 50? At 1,800,000, 50. 1.8's here. Good opportunity, Bella, get in their ears. Last opportunity, 1.8's the bid. George is against you now, 1.8. Any more in the tank? 1,820,000. 50, sir. 1,820,000's here. Make it 50. 1,820,000 now, 50. 1,820,000, 50 would be my bid. 1,820,000, 50. How about it, sir? 1,820,000, 50, sir. At 1,820,000, 50 would be my bid. 1,820,000 on the market and selling. Keys are in his pocket at the moment. At 1,820,000, 50. You can't buy the property running second. 1,820,000, 50. Michael, in or out. At 1,820,000, we're about to sell over there. That's in the call at 1,820,000. Any movement over here at all, Bella?
1.85, Jono.
Sorry?
1.85.
1,850,000 now. At 1,850,000's a bid. 70, George, at 1,850,000's here. 70 or 1.9. At 1,850,000, George, that's not a good sign. At 1,850,000, 1.9. At 1,850,000 now, bids over here in front. Been with us the whole way. At 1,850,000, you're cheeky offering 1.1, but I'll forgive you, sir. At 1,850,000's the bid. At 1,850,000 now, what do we say? 1,850,000, any more movement over here? Definitely out. Can't tempt you for an extra 10,000. 1,850,000, we're selling over here, no further bidding here today. Just confirming the bidding, Michael, is 1,850,000. At 1,850,000 the bid. Bids over here, we're selling it. Over here, any more movement at all? Definitely out. Couldn't convince you of the smoke. At 1,850,000, thanks again for your bidding today. At 1,850,000, definitely out, got your best. At 1,850,000, we're selling it over there. Thanks guys for your attendance. At 1,850,000, how about in front? 1,850,000, any movement? George, about to sell it. In or out, George, I'm about to sell it over here. I can't accept any late bids. At 1,850,000, I think he's talking about the soccer scores. At 1,850,000, George, we're about to sell it now. That's in the call at 1,850,000 is a bid. Twice in the call at 1,850,000. We sell away, no further bidding. Can't accept any late bids. Third and final call at $1,850,000. We're selling away 60. Jeez, sir. That's just a pot of bad luck. 1.9. 1,860,000. 1.9. 1,860,000. 1.9.
1.87, Jono.
870 is the bid. Look at your start at George at 1,870,000. 1.9, George, be a bit bolder at the moment like now. 1,870,000 is here. 1.9, George. It's against you now. 1,870,000 is here. 1.9. At 1,870,000 is here. Behind. 8. 1 million. 1,780,000. 88. 1,880,000.
890, Jono.
890 is here. 1.9. 1,890,000. 1.9. At 1,890,000. 1.9, George. In or out? 95. 1.8, sir. 1,895,000. 1.9. 1.9. 1.9 is the bid. At 1,900,000. This is the second time this has happened, Thomas, at 1.9. At 1,900,000, George, in or out, need to know. 1,900,000. Bids over here, we're about to sell it, can't accept any late bids. At 1,900,000, George, in or out. 1,900,000. At 1.9, bids over here, we're about to sell it, can't accept any late bids, George. I'm sure you made that very, very clear. At 1.9, have we got any more in the tank? We don't have any more properties this year. At 1.9, an extra 10 or 20. At 1,900,000, have an extra 1,000, sir. At 1.9, an extra 1,000, sir, on top. At 1,900,000, in or out, need to know, we're about to sell. An extra $1,000, George. That's all we ask for. 1,900,000, extra 1,000, definitely out. $500, Thomas. Got a lot of money. At 1.9, about to sell it over here. Can't accept any late bids. At 1,900,000, bids over here. Good opportunity. Clayton McCall at 1,900,000. I think you got it, sir. Clayton McCall at 1,900,000, about to sell it. Third and final call at 1,900,000. Can't accept any late bids. Need to know, George, in or out. 1.9. I'm going to be fair to the highest bidder too. At 1,900,000, we sell away. No further bidding. At 1.9, George, in or out? Yes or no? 1,900,000. At 1,900,000, we're about to sell. About to sell. Last opportunity. Once, twice. Third and final call at $1,900,000. We're selling the property. Can't accept any late bids. We're selling. Sold. Congratulations. Well bought. Commiserations to our underbidders here today. Thank you for attending another Raymond, Oakleigh and Clayton auction. Look forward to seeing you next one. Have a lovely weekend and a lovely afternoon.